What's up, guys? Pilot 83 here, back with another tutorial on the Boeing 737 MAX by Bredok. In this tutorial, we're going to go over the FMC computer on the plane and go over setting up a flight route or flight plan within this system instead of doing it in the previous world map, for those who want some extra realism. So let's go ahead and jump right to it. So obviously, y'all, this is not going to be 100% true to the real 737 FMC. But I am actually surprised, though, that this was, I've gone through it a little bit, that it was a lot better than I expected it to be from all the bugs I have seen in this plane. But still, like I said, it's not going to be exact. Most of these planes, it's not exact. It's close, but it's not exact. And this one is, I think, I can't say I do think it's fairly decent. So, but let's get started and stop talking. Only thing I'll say real quick is the clear and delete button do not work. So if you mess up, either have to restart or try to find a way around it, because they don't, well, you can't reach the clear button no matter what angle you hit the trim, and delete just doesn't do anything. And this co-pilot side only halfway works when you're putting stuff in, so be on the pilot side when you do all this, guys, and it seems to work great from right here. But here we go. So when you get in the plane, the first page you're going to see is going to be this right here, the ident page. You'll have the model of the plane, the 737 MAX, your engines, you'll have your nav data, the date. The date has never been right on any of my planes, so I don't know if it's something on my side or if it's just like that in general. I don't think it really matters. I don't really need the real date in there. It doesn't really change anything. But this page is kind of important for what we're going to be doing, so just go ahead and click on Position Initialization. Alright, and on this page right here, you will see GPS position, and then you will see this blank area that we need to fill in, set IRS position. Alright, and what IRS position is, it is inertial reference system. And basically what it is it's a function used to provide the aircraft location, attitude, and flight. It's computed from the position, attitude, since during its alignment, rotation, and acceleration variations accumulated since the alignment. So it basically it keeps a very good, precise track on your aircraft. So we need to figure this out so we can stay on our flight plan. Even though in this plane I don't think it matters if you do this, I still think it will do just, it would still fly correct without it. But just for a realism aspect in this plane, because this plane is definitely not study level, I will show you how to do this, because it's always good to know these things for when you're doing more complicated study level planes. So to find this out, we just need to put in our reference airport. So that we need to put in where we're at. So I'm at Pensacola Airport. So my airport code is KPNS. So I'm going to go ahead and put in KPN. I told you that trim wheel, guys, is all up in the way. KPNS, okay. Then boom. Now you'll see it pop up right here. These two are going to be a little bit off, and that's because one is the airport and one is location of the plane. So they're going to be just a tad bit off. That's the reason why. So in real life, at this point, you would hit next page, and there would be some more options here for FMC position, like GPS, right, left, and some other options. This one just default puts you in GPS left, so you don't have to even need to worry about leaving that page really. So you can just go back to previous page, and all you need to do is just click here. It's going to come down here and then click set IRS position. Boom, we now have it set. Good to go there. Now we need to set our route. And before I start doing this here for y'all, let me go ahead and change the screen of this here so y'all can start to see this populate as we're rolling through this. Alright. And I'm going to try to make this simple to understand, guys. I'm trying to keep this very beginner friendly. Alright. So, like I said, so you're going to hit that route. Now you're going to have origin and destination. So where we're at and where we're going. So let's go ahead and put in where we're at. We're at Pensacola KPNS. Boom. And you give it a minute to load in there. And let's say we're going to go to Atlanta Jackson. So that is Cattle, KATL, I believe. I hope it is. If it's wrong, we're going to restart this video, guys. Cattle. Bingo. Alright. So now we have our where we're leaving from and where we're headed. So now we need to do some more stuff. We need to go to departures and arrival. So we see our departure, which is Pensacola, and we also see our arrival, which is KATL, which is Atlanta. So we click on departure, and we need to click the runway that we're going to take off from. So I know I am currently sitting on runway 26, but even if I wasn't, I'm going to put the runway that was part of my flight route, or the one I'm going to use, depending on how you choose to sim in this game. And if y'all see that button where it says SIDS, and if you're wondering what SIDS is, that is, it stands for Standard Instrument Departures. So basically, it guides planes from the runway to the en route environment. So I'm on runway 26, so I'm going to click runway 26. And if you're setting something with like Sky Vector, that's where a lot of this would really come into play on some stuff we're about to do. So I'll choose that there. Go back to arrivals and departures. Now go to arrivals. Okay, guys. Now I'll show you a beginner version of this and a more intermediate version of this. So you could just click a runway right here and hit execute, and it would give you a direct to path to that airport. And it's not going to have an approach or anything set up for you, route, but it would take you directly to the airport, and then you could manually set yourself up for the ILS if you wanted to do it that way by just hitting execute right here. But I like to keep things more real, so we're going to use right here where it says STAR up top, and what STAR stands for is Standard Terminal Arrival Route. I believe that's right. Yeah, Standard Terminal Arrival Route. And what that is, it is a standard ATS route identified in a approach procedure by which an aircraft should proceed from the en route phase to a initial approach fix. So I've done this flight a few times. I know normally I do Hobbit 2. The only reason I remember it is because it makes me think of Lord of the Rings. So I would choose that, and then I normally do ILS 27 left when I'm going to Atlanta, and then you could choose your transition here if you want to, or you can leave it alone. I'm just going to leave it here. So this will be our transition where we start to come into our approach. I'm just going to leave it there, and then from here we could go back to route. We could see where we're starting, KPNS Pensacola on runway 26. And if you did what I just did, you could go to your legs. We could see our waypoints, our suggested altitude where we're supposed to be at, our speed, and you go next page all the way down until we get there. Let's go back. So we could go ahead and hit execute, and that's going to activate that. So all that's in there. Now if we want to add some more information in for some more realism, we could go back to init. We could go to performance, and you'll already see up here our flight route back here, which we'll zoom out more so you can see that better. So our cruising altitude. Now I'm noticing on this plane, most planes I'd put like FL like 140 and it'll take it, but for some reason this plane doesn't do it that, it doesn't take it that well. This system that they put on this plane doesn't take it that way. So maybe it's me, but I've never seen it done this way. So I can put cruising altitude. Okay, well it still does the same thing. So I guess it's taking it at 14,000. I don't know. If I put the FL in front of it, it doesn't do it. So it could be a glitch. I'm not sure about that. Cost index. I'm just going to make that up for the moment. It's not really important. We'll just put 100 there. Boom. We got our temperature outside. Alright. From there, our thrust. Okay, so we keep going. We see our takeoff here. It's already got our flaps put in. 15 degrees of flaps at takeoff. It's already got our, since I set this up, we went ahead and put our speeds for our V1, our roll speed, and our V2. Sometimes I notice when I set this up, they're not in there. So if they're not in there, you can just come over here, key in the numbers if you know your plane and know the speeds for these, and just click and you can manually put them in yourself. So this would be the point of no return. We have to take off. This would be our takeoff speed. Alright, and then the next one would be we can go back. So go back here, and then we go to approach, and then approach here is showing us our gross weight, is showing us our flaps, where they should be at. So say we land full flaps at 30 degrees. So we can go ahead and put in our flaps and speed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in, say, 30 degrees / if we can get to it without hitting this trim wheel, guys. Bear with me here. Come on. / I normally land this plane at 135, but let's just say 130. And we can click that right here. So there we go, 30 degrees of flaps when we're doing our approach. Speeds of 130, yeah, that's good. Alright. And we can go back. Alright. See if I missed anything. See, I'm trying to keep this user friendly. There's nothing under the maintenance page. But yeah, so we can go to legs here. We can see where we begin and all that good stuff. Let me come out here. Let's change the range so you can get a better view of this here. So you can see the whole flight plan. Oh. So we're kind of we're the opposite direction, but you can see our flight route here as it curves in, all our waypoints all the way in into our approach, all the way to our ILS runway 27 landing. So this is like I said, this is a basic to intermediate version of how to work this. You can only do so much with this system in this plane, so I didn't want to make it too complicated. You know, I want to make it nice and easy for y'all. If y'all have any questions beyond that, something that I did not go over in the video, or something that's a little more advanced, just let me know, and I will always reach out to you and give you the answer that you need. But as always, guys, I'm Pilot 83. I hope this video helps you in some way. I always try to set up my flight plans from within the plane when I can, especially in the jetliners. I just, you know, it gives you that realism. But until next time, guys, I'm Pilot 83. In a few short hours, we should get a release of some new updates. Let's hope that we get some planes, y'all, and not more birds. But until next time, y'all, peace. If you made it this far, thank you so much. If you like this video and you feel like I earned your subscription, please hit that subscribe button and that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, guys, see you in the air.